Aggressive growth in cars is what we're going to talk about with Brian Bolan, our aggressive growth stock strategist, who's here to fill us in on the details. You said aggressive growth in fast cars.
Fast cars.
I don't know how the fast comes in, but I'm hoping you'll tell us when you talk about Methode Electronics.
Right. Well, there's been growth in the car segment. So new sales have been growing very consistently over the last couple of years, and we'll talk about that in one slide later on.
Okay.
But both of these stocks, these companies, are both car parts. So you're looking at people that make specific parts of the new cars that are coming and that are being for sale. So
all right.
Methode Electronics makes the in-dash video screens. So you're going to see those pretty much in most new cars today. Mm-hmm. You know, that used to be just kind of the thing that would be in the luxury car or the high-end market, but it's pretty well penetrated down to the lower end where, except for like the extreme value cars, if you will, most of them are going to have that video screen on there where you can control the radio, the HVAC in the car, possibly even having a rear view camera, those sorts of things.
And you said that they're in your neighborhood where you live. I could use a few, by the way, if you happen by their place.
You know, they're literally just about 5 blocks away from my house or so. You know, that's where their plant is. So I owned this stock in Home Run Investor for quite some time, and I didn't even know that they were right down the street from me.
See that?
Learn something new every day.
I'm telling you.
Speaking of when I owned it in Home Run, and it was up a substantial amount, and it was this time December of last year, there was a note out from B. Riley saying that they were going to miss earnings. Stock was down significantly. I unfortunately listened to that analyst, and the stock actually did beat and went up, 40 or 50% that next day.
That'll learn you.
Right, that'll really ruin your day, But after that beat, there was a few misses, but now the stock has beaten again, and it looks to be back on solid footing. It is a Zacks Rank #1, and given the growth in new car sales, it is a good long-term play.
Someone told me that you said that when you sold it, you nearly cried. So
I did.
I conjured up a real weird image.
I was on the train home and I nearly cried. I thought of the poor investors that lost out on 40% of a gain, on that one-day swing.
Yeah.
It was a difficult pill to swallow.
Did you buy back in?
I never did, no.
Oh, okay. All right, let's talk a little bit about Gentherm, THRM, the ticker. They make heated and cooled seats.
Right, so your heated seats are kind of a popular thing. Everyone seems to have those. Not every car has them, but the cooled seats.
The newer ones.
Yeah, the much newer ones have got heated and cooled. So that's really only in the luxury or the high end of the car buying market. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the key differentiation here between the two stocks. The MEI has got those dashboard cams that are, becoming ubiquitous. The cooled seats as well as the heated seats. The cooled part especially is the one thing that separates it, and that's more in the luxury market. Obviously Gentherm is a #1 ranked stock, but I think the big idea here and why we're talking about both these stocks is this chart right here. Now this is a look at all new vehicle sales over the last several years. We can see one big thing, I think it was 2009 or so, we had that huge spike in there. I think that was the cash for clunkers, so that was that big jump up there. But we have seen that the market for new cars has consistently grown here. Last month, 16.4 million was the number of new cars sold, and that was just slightly below expectations, but it was for September. September is when you're rolling out new models, so there is a little bit of over-expectation. We had that the same thing last year where it came in just underneath expectations. As new car sales continue to grow, both Gentherm and MEI should probably do well. There aren't too many signs right here that new car sales are going to slow down anytime soon. If we take a look at Gentherm, it is a #1 ranked stock. It is also in Home Run Investor right now.
Okay, so the first one you don't own in Home Run, the second one you do.
Right.
All right. Don't own them personally, do you?
I do not own either one of them personally.
Okay, it's important that we bring that up.
Right.
If you want to get on over to our website, what's also important is that you check out more stock picks and stock picking strategies. You can only do that if you go to Zacks.com if you're not there already, but you can link to them right off the homepage. With Brian, I'm Terry Ruffolo.